the lead was pretty, good first half, I thought. Didn't start off great, and then I loved what our bench unit came in, gave us a little spark. We were able to get to the paint. I liked our physicality. Led to a little bit of free throws in the first half, but too easy in the paint to start the third. And then that kind of opened up some of their shooting after that. But really it was their paint attacks early that third quarter, just getting to the rim, attacking us, and then they made some threes, and that really was the difference.
And your team forced only 9 turnovers, not a typical night for your team.
Yep.
What happened there? Was that more what the other team did, or what your guys didn't do?
I thought we were in the right spots in the first half. I thought we were aggressive. We did get a little bit in foul trouble, and that probably led to us maybe not being as aggressive as we could have been. Sometimes you're going to have to live with some of that stuff. That probably limited to the lack of turnovers for tonight for us, and that's something we've been pretty good at. And we came off a game last night where we had a high turnover for the opponent, something we've been stressing. So credit to them. You always got to give credit to them with their ball security, but also part of us too.
What have you seen from Juju after 2 games?
I think I said it last night, super solid. He's just learning our system, and he's done really well with that. I give the coaches credit in him for studying that stuff. But, we can run our offense through him. You can see his passing ability. He's big, he's physical, he's a good rebounder. I think he's given us some good minutes here.
Do you feel their physicality kind of took Trey and Will out of what they maybe have been able to do here late, being with the ball in their hand?
Yeah, it's hard to say on that stuff, but yeah, there's a wear-down effect sometimes in some of those things for sure. When we were moving the ball and attacking them, they were switching some stuff tonight. When we were able to get some ball movement and get into the paint and attack, that's what we did in the first half. I didn't think we did that as well. And of course, we were taking the ball out a little bit of the net second half and against set defense too.
It's easy to make excuses, and I know that's not something you've ever wanted to do, but the resiliency that the guys still showed, undermanned, undersized, potentially tired just with the sheer number of games they've played the last few days and then traveling here. What does that say just about their want to, their competitiveness to still want to go out there and play the way they did, even though the game kind of got out of hand? Yeah,
no, we'll never use that, lack of bodies or, schedule, any of that stuff. We never even talk about that stuff. But I'm proud of our guys always, the fight that they have, the togetherness, the stick together when things aren't going well. Those are the things I always look at. It's not always going to be perfect in this league, and our guys are sticking together through when things aren't going well in the game, and then fighting through that, which is good.
Coach, not asking for a playbook, but you got these guys in about 9 days or so. Anything you can take from this game for that upcoming matchup?
Probably gonna have to look at some of the film on that. We got a little bit of time, obviously some games in between that, but we'll be ready next time for sure.
Obviously, it wasn't the result that we wanted, but I think we're very connected as a team. We learned a lot. We growed a lot tonight. Obviously, being down a lot of guys, we were able to, still compete. That's not an excuse, but we were, still competing with our heads up, and we stuck with it for a long time, so it was good.
Coach mentioned before the game, an area of your game that's been growing is handling the ball, making decisions. How comfortable are you with that aspect of your game at this stage of the season?
Yeah, I feel like it's growing and growing every game. So just getting more reps and working on it outside of the games has been helping me. And honestly, it's helped my game go to the next level. So I'm just keeping on growing on that, and that's it.
You were 3rd or 4th in rookie scoring in February. What is it a matter of the game slowing down for you, or what kind of changed for you during February?
Honestly, probably just coach putting me in the right positions, and my team helping me. My confidence going up, stuff like that has definitely helped me, and I feel like that type of stuff is helping my game grow, and it's the results are showing.
In a night like tonight, I know you guys aren't going to make excuses. You mentioned just being able to still compete and keep your guys' heads up. How much are you guys learning from these situations so that in games down the stretch, when you are in them, you guys know kind of how to handle pressure, how to handle ball pressure, what teams are trying to do?
Honestly, I feel like it's amazing that all these guys come here and compete. Different guys get called up and just play their butts off every day. it's a lot different than college when I was just like, when you're going to play, coaches like that, you never know. You really always got to be ready. So in that sense, it's helping my game grow especially, and I feel like it's helping the team grow a lot.
How vital were those games in the G League with the Go-Go to help you kind of stay in a rhythm and get consistent minutes?
Yeah, I feel like it helped my confidence a lot, just getting a lot of those on-ball reps. And yeah, I feel like it helped my game a lot.
Your first impressions here of Juju?
Oh, he's a great player. I played him in college, and he killed us. So, so yeah, I already knew about him before.
I'm curious, you're a pretty good rebounder yourself, especially for your size. When you see Justin in the way he's able to read, react, and crash on both ends of the floor, and then offensively come up with some of these huge putback dunks, what does that do for you guys as a team, knowing that he's playing bigger than he is?
I think everyone should learn from Justin how to rebound. He's amazing, and he's always going to be in the right positions, and it's kind of like a bailout. We know he's going to get a hand on it or he's going to get the rebound. So, he's an amazing player. He's always, got our backs, and he's just a great teammate.